Continuing with number 16, the halfway portion of this ACT math practice section. Number 16, what is the solution of 3x plus 2 is greater than x minus 5? So this is just like number 15 in that it is what is known as a linear inequality equation. And as we saw with number 15, the best way to go about solving this type of question is to pretend that the greater than sign is an equal sign. And in doing so, you relegate this rather different looking setup into a more recognizable feel, which can help you solve the question better. So with that said, let's get started with solving this. We're either going to isolate x or -5. It really doesn't matter which one you choose, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to isolate the x, because it's easy to subtract to both sides since it is just 1. When you subtract x to both sides, you're left with 2x plus 2 is greater than -5. And after you've done that, you can now isolate the 2x by just subtracting 2 to both sides. When you when you do that, you cancel the 2 on this side, that goes to 0. And on the right side, you're stuck with -7. So 2x is greater than -7. And the rest is pretty fundamental. The 2 is the only thing left on the left side that's preventing the x to be by itself. You divide the 2 on both sides and you're left with x. X is greater than -7 over 2. My paper is being a little floppy, but I hope y'all can read that. X is greater than -7 over 2. That is answer choice K. And like that, that's how you get through number 16. Now on to number 17. Number 17. If R equals 3 and S equals 15, what is the value of 2R plus S over R? Once again, the primary idea behind this question is plug and chug. They're not trying to throw any tricks at you when they set up the equation in fraction format. All you have to do for this is plug in these numbers and simplify whatever result you get. So let's do that. 2R, we're going to substitute for R 3. So 2 times 3 plus S 15 over R 3 once again. And after we've set it up like that, we can simplify the top. So 2 times 3 equals 6 plus 15 equals 21 over 3. This equals 21 over 3 equals 7. Y'all can't see that. Equals 7, which is answer choice E. And I put a hole through my paper, but that's whatever. It doesn't matter. So with number 17, that was a pretty easy question. All you have to do is plug and chug. As long as you didn't confuse fractions, or as long as you didn't substitute S in for R or R for S, that should have been a pretty simple question to go through. Once again, if you have a fear of messing up through manual calculations, you can just pull out your calculator. There's no harm in using your calculator if it gets you to the right answer. But let's move on to number 18. Number 18. What is the greatest integer n that satisfies the inequality 7 is greater than n over 4 plus 2? So, buzzword, the greatest integer. That tells us that we're looking for the solution, the greatest solution that can fit the stipulation the question provides for us, which is it has to satisfy the inequality at the bottom. 7 is greater than n over 4 plus 2. So let's go through these. Let's go through each one of these numbers. 21 over 4. Now, already looking at G, which is a pretty clever test strategy you should use. If you can already substitute in a number for n that won't get you any crazy fraction like 21 or 19 or 18 or 17. If you can substitute in a number like that and see that it doesn't fit the stipulation, then you already know not to go above that number. So take 20 for example. If I plug in 20 for n, I'm left with 20 over 4, which equals 5, plus 2, which equals 7. And as we know, 7 is not greater than 7. 7 is equal to 7. So we can already eliminate that answer choice right there. Accordingly, we can also eliminate answer choice 21, since 21 would only yield a greater product than 20 would. So off the bat, you've already eliminated 2 answer choices. Now, let's go to number 19, which looks pretty attractive of an answer at this point. Number 19 looks like the correct answer because it's less than 19. It's less than 20, so it's not going to be. It's not going to be, when you substitute 19 for 4, it's going to be less than 5, which is a good sign. But for the sake of being more exact, let's just use the calculator for it. When we divide 19 divided by 4, we get 4.75 plus 2, you get 6.75. And as we can clearly tell, 6.75 is the greatest product out of 18 and 17, plus it is less than 7. So your answer here is going to be 19. And just like that, you didn't have to go through every single answer choice and plug it in and see which ones yielded the correct product. You don't have to do that. By simply going through your fundamentals and eliminating the answer choices you can deduct are wrong, you can simply get to the correct answer like I did. This was a medium level question. Some people might struggle with it, but if you have your test prep strategies in check, then you'll do fine with it. Let's move on to number 19 now.